Let me tell you about Jessica Chen, a woman whose story might make your blood boil. With perfectly sculpted features, cascading black hair, and a figure that turned heads everywhere she went, Jessica wasn't just beautiful, she was breathtaking. But beneath that flawless exterior lurked something far less attractive. Growing up, Jessica learned early that her beauty was a weapon, and she wielded it like a master. Her Instagram followers numbered in the millions, each post carefully curated to showcase her seemingly perfect life. But those who knew her personally saw a different side. A calculating woman who viewed relationships as transactions and people as stepping stones. At 23, she married Thomas, a kind-hearted tech entrepreneur who genuinely loved her. He wasn't particularly handsome, but his startup was promising. Jessica played the role of devoted wife perfectly, at least in public. Behind the scenes, she was orchestrating her ascent up the social ladder, one carefully planned affair at a time. While Thomas worked long hours building his company, Jessica was meeting with influential men across the city. Every lunch date, every private meeting, every weekend wellness retreat was meticulously planned. She wasn't just seeking thrills, she was building a network. Each man she entertained offered something: connections, business opportunities, or direct financial benefits. The whispers started, of course. People talked about how often she was seen with different men, how her lifestyle seemed too luxurious for a startup founder's wife. But Jessica had mastered the art of deflection. Any criticism was met with carefully crafted posts about female empowerment and breaking free from societal judgment. When Thomas's company finally took off, Jessica was ready. She had already secured herself board positions in several companies thanks to her networking. She had a clothing line in development, sponsored by one of her wealthy admirers. Her social media influence had quadrupled, with brands begging to work with her. The divorce, when it came, was barely a speed bump in Jessica's ascent. She walked away with a generous settlement, her reputation somehow intact, and more opportunities than ever. While Thomas retreated from the public eye, nursing his wounds, Jessica's star only rose higher. 5 years later, Jessica sits atop her own empire. She's launched successful beauty brands, written a best-selling book about feminine power, and even hosts a popular podcast about entrepreneurship. The irony of her success isn't lost on those who know the truth, but they remain silent. After all, who would believe them over the polished, powerful woman Jessica has become? Her Instagram still sparkles with perfectly staged photos, inspirational quotes, and carefully curated glimpses into her authentic life. Young women look up to her as a role model, unaware of the trail of broken hearts and betrayed trust she left in her wake. Men still flock to her, despite, or perhaps because of, her reputation. Some say karma catches up eventually, that people like Jessica can't possibly win forever. But looking at her life now, the penthouse apartment, the thriving businesses, the adoring fans, it's hard not to wonder if some people really do get away with everything. While good people struggle with their conscience and try to play by the rules, others like Jessica seem to prove that sometimes being bad is simply good business. She's living proof that in our world, the ability to manipulate, charm, and strategically step on others can lead to the top. Her story isn't a cautionary tale. It's a blueprint that many secretly wish they had the courage to follow. Jessica doesn't lose sleep over her choices. She's too busy counting her wins and planning her next conquest. In the end, Jessica got everything she wanted: money, fame, power, and admiration. She never faced consequences for her actions, never had a moment of karmic justice. Instead, she became a testament to the uncomfortable truth that sometimes the bad guys really do win. And perhaps that's the most unsettling part of her story. Not that she did what she did, but that it worked out exactly as she planned.